What's up? Okay. Few rules here. Nobody comments on my shirt. Okay, it's the shirt I've been wearing. It's very old. It's destroyed. It was pretty bad before I started my hair journey here, but it ain't coming back this time. It's done. It's gone. It's the color of my hair shirt forever. Also, this, for those of you that don't know, I have an 18-month-old daughter. Her name is Ellie. She's like my whole world and very lovely. She refuses to wear headband bows anymore, and this came with one of her 4th of July outfits, and it's like a wrap. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna use it to hold my hair back. So that's what we're doing. You know what? You might be a little too bright. Woo! I smacked you. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Can we fix it? That looks pretty good. Yeah. So today, I thought we could just chit chat about new things that are happening. Also, I toned my hair a little bit more, and this is actually pretty freaking close to what my natural hair color is. Here's a picture. It's pretty freaking close. It's pretty close. I'm gonna leave it the fuck alone for a while though. Jet Boogie almost melted her hair off. In fact, I did melt a few pieces. And I snapped my two friends, like my two best friends and James, and I sent them like a picture of a pile of like, it looked like melted plastic. And I was like, guess what this is? And they were like, I don't know, what is it? It's like, that's my chemical cut. And they were like, oh, that don't look good. And I was like, it's fine. Could have been worse. Could have been so much worse. I'm not really gonna talk to you about like makeup wise what I'm doing. I'm just gonna chat. We're gonna have a good time. I wanna film. I have a ton of ideas. But along with those actual ideas, I have things that I actually have to go out and get done, and I can't like go out, you know, with like crazy shit on my face. So, I don't know. I wanted to film, but I also didn't want to do a speed through video again because this sounds terrible, but like most of the time when I have a speed through video, it's because I've run out of editing time, like to go through and edit like every little thing, or I'm just not in the mood to talk, if that makes sense, while I'm filming. So I just do a speed through video. They're way easier to edit. They're way easier to film because you don't have to try to like, I don't know. You don't have to like think of how you're gonna word things. Does that make sense? So they're way easier to film and edit and get done. But I also don't like putting them up a lot. I say that because when I'm watching YouTube, which I pretty much exclusively watch YouTube, I never really watch speed through tutorials or videos. I really don't. Unless it's like a time lapse of them like doing a remodel or like their hair or something. If it's just like a makeup video over time lapse and they're not like doing a voiceover or anything, which by the way I can't do a voiceover at the moment because I've been wanting to do a voiceover. I have no idea where my headphones went with my mic on it, so we gotta locate that. By the way, speaking of YouTube, I watch a shit ton of YouTube. I really do. It's the reason I started my channel. I wanted to have a YouTube. I wanted to, you know, I don't know. I've always watched a lot of YouTube. I started watching YouTube when I was like in 6th grade, maybe a little before that. And it was mainly because I was a scene kid and I needed to know how to do winged liner. Over the years, like my favorite people to watch have definitely changed, because if you would have asked me like 5 years ago, Ride or Die, Jaclyn Hill, Nicole Guerrero, Taylor Wynn. I've always watched Taylor Wynn. I found her like when I very first started watching YouTube, and I've always watched her like pretty religiously. But with the exception of Tay Tay, a lot of the YouTubers that I started out watching, and like Candy Johnson, hell, y'all don't even understand. Candy Johnson was like, I want it to be Candy Johnson. I like would cut all of my t-shirts, because I don't even know if anybody else remembers this, but for a minute on her channel she was uploading like how she cuts her t-shirts and like where she finds these cool t-shirts and like how she styles them and like cuts them all funny, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Kenny Johnson was probably like the first big YouTuber that I like actually couldn't not watch one of her videos. It didn't matter if she's uploading something that I had zero interest in, I was gonna watch the video. I've been rambling, but the point of that story was that I love makeup. I have always loved makeup. I will always love makeup. Makeup is a really big part of my life. But on top of that, I also really love true crime. You can ask anybody that knows me, I watch, if I'm not watching like a makeup or something like that, or like a TV show with James or something like that, if I get to pick what we watch, I'm watching true crime. It's a serious problem. Like, if you have Netflix, you know that Forensic Files is on there, at least in the US. I have no idea where you guys are watching from. Probably the United States, though. Whatever. They have, like, 13 seasons or something. They have quite a few seasons. And if you've ever watched Forensic Files and, like, actually looked at their season breakdown, they have, like, 40 episodes per season. It's kind of insane to me. I have watched all of them multiple times. It's very odd. I like true crime documentaries, and because of that, I have started finding all these true crime channels on YouTube. I've found so many cool channels from doing that, and mainly I found a channel that marries my two biggest hobbies and like likes together. Her name is Bailey Sarian. And I feel really late to the party, but after I found her, I don't know if it's like the FBI man that watches me through my phone. I don't know what it is, but Bailey Sarian's been popping up everywhere in my entire life for the past few days. And by past few days, I mean like a week. Because I found her, I don't even know. She was on my recommended for you page or whatever on YouTube. And it was her Jeffrey Dahmer video. And I was like, is that bitch doing her makeup while she talks about Jeffrey Dahmer? Really? So I was like, oh, well, I need to watch that. So I go in and I'm watching it, and not only is Bailey Sarian just really funny, and I don't know, I just really like her personality. She's very funny and down to earth, it seems. But on top of that, she's talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. So then I go to her channel and I'm like, where have I been? How have I missed this update in the YouTube world? How? So then I'm watching all of her videos because I have a serious problem with going down a rabbit hole, and I'll find one channel that I like and I will go through back to the beginning of their fucking channel and I will watch everything. And I'm watching all of these, and then Criminally Listed pops up. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you don't know who Bailey Sarian is, super dope girl. I totally recommend you going and checking out her page if you like true crime and makeup, but mainly true crime. She does her makeup just like I am right now, but instead of just rambling on about other people, like other YouTubers, she tells a true crime story. And like, I was so like mind-boggled by this that I told my parents, all four of them, if you didn't know, I have 4 parentals, and I told my brother and James, of course, and everyone was like, Jennifer, you really missed out on a really good like chance there. Like, that is something that like we could see you doing. I'm like, I fucking know. I don't know why I never thought of that. Why did I not ever think of that? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me? And like, I went back to her very first true crime video because I was like, how did she just randomly, you know, like decide that was her new niche? No. I went back to the very first one. She calls them Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays. Okay. And she was talking about the Chris Watts case. Are you with me? The Chris Watts case. Okay. The Chris Watts case. And she was just talking about how like it bothered her so much and it really freaked her out, and like she couldn't stop thinking about it, and she went down a rabbit hole, like researching and like looking into this case, and she just wanted to talk to us while she was doing her makeup. And I was like, that's how it started. That's how she started. She found like an up-to-date, well, she didn't find it. She heard about an up-to-date case that was like in the midst of happening, and it bothered her, so she wanted to look into it and like collect her own thoughts about what was going on. I was like, my God, I missed such a good opportunity right there. That is a good opportunity. So if you haven't watched Bailey Sarian, I totally recommend you going over to her channel and checking it out. But through the rabbit hole of going through her channel, I found Criminally Listed. And Bailey's videos for the most part are like 20-25 minutes long. There's a few that are really long, but for the most part they're pretty short, in my opinion. And Criminally Listed, their videos are like an hour long, 45 minutes long. They're way longer. Oh, Criminally Listed, their videos are way longer. They're like 45 minutes to an hour long. They are so interesting because they both try to find, both channels, them and Bailey Sarian, they try to find videos and like, not videos, they try to find like crime stories that are older or less known, or not, you know what I mean, like not everybody's heard of them. Everybody has heard of Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy and like Eileen Wuornos and all that, and some of them have been covered, but like when I watched those videos, they were like, this has been really requested. They like trying to find like people that nobody's heard of. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Why have I not done that? So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're looking for cool true crime channels, Lulu baby. Bailey Sarian does makeup while she does it, which is really cool. Lulu. And Criminally Listed just strictly does true crime, and it's really cool. 1 minute, let me get my puppy and do my eyebrows. So I end up putting on the first Dirty Dancing, and like I never like full on like all the way watch, like no distractions. I have an 18-month-old for one. For two, I have a puppy that I'm running out the house like every 3 seconds, trying to not let her pee on the floor. And like I'll be editing, or you know what I mean, like I never like fully watch something. So I had it on and I just happened to look up, and I was like, my mama let me watch this? My mama let me watch this when I was little, because I can remember watching Dirty Dancing like when I was really little, like 5 or 6. And I watched it with my mom. My mom and I always watch rom-coms and like those cheesy 80s movies. Oh, they're the best. But I just happened to look up when baby first goes into like the employee dance area, and I was like, they're full on like dry humping each other. They're like grinding, and it sent me down a really weird path, because I was like, man, people always talk about how like my generation, like 20-year-olds and stuff like around my area, are so nasty and like they dance so inappropriately. And like I get that movie was set in like the 50s, and that's like a real thing, that not like literally a real thing, but Dirty Dancing, like the style of Dirty Dancing, is like a real thing that happened. And when it started happening, everyone was like, that's disgusting. I get it, but my mama was letting me watch people like dry hump, and I don't know why, it really bothered me, because everyone now, and I guess it's with every generation, you know, when you like find your little thing, like Dirty Dancing, or like my generation, I feel like it's twerking and fucking TikTok dances, which half of them are twerking. The generation that's above us is always like, that's disgusting, I can't believe you did that. But some of these hoes was out there grinding on the dance floor in the 50s and 60s. I'm just saying. So maybe next time like a Karen is like yelling at you for twerking or whatever you're trying to do, just throw that in her face. Just be like, yeah, well, yeah, you did nasty shit too. Not that it's nasty, but you know what I mean. And I had never really thought about it. And now that I have, I was like, I think every generation just has some like something in it that they would prefer for this generation, like their children to not know about, their children and grandchildren. But I don't know. I'm rambling about the most random things. Puppy training, by the way. I've had a puppy before. Puppy training is some bullshit. I've had puppies before, My last puppy, I want to say I was like 19 or so when we got, and also we didn't get rid of, like all my other dogs, we didn't get rid of them. They just don't live with me. Like, as our family kept on moving apart, that sounds terrible, but like, as me and my brother moved out from my mom's house, we lost that dog. My mom kept her, and she's still over there. And then, like, we got a dog, my brother and I did, and then my brother and I don't live together anymore, so my brother took that dog because I moved into an apartment and couldn't have a pet. And now I have Lulu, which I still need to do that video where I introduced you guys. But, like, I've had a puppy before, and I can remember, you know, like, trying to get them house trained. But I swear on my life, and it's not that I'm having to, like, watch Lulu and Ellie at the same time or anything like that. It's not that. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? My thing is that they're, like, on very similar schedules right now. They both have to take naps in the daytime. They both wake up in the middle of the night because they've peed or they need to pee. And, like, they're very similar. They're very, very similar. But the worst thing is that Lulu will think that Ellie's toys are her toys. And, like, we just can't be having that in this house. Can't do it. I don't want my baby to lose the toy to the puppy, and also I don't want Ellie chewing on the dog's toys because that has happened already in like the 2.5 weeks I've had her. It's just crazy. Do y'all have some tips for stopping puppy chewing? Because I've done looked on Pinterest. I'm such a girl mom. I'm such a Pinterest mom. I've already looked on Pinterest. And they really just recommended lots of chew toys, lots of playtime, you know, common sense things. And we've tried that. And Lulu really loves her toys. And she goes ham on her toys. But she also goes ham on my throw pillows, on my ottoman, like the bottom of my ottoman in the living room, which is, I thought was weird. Our feet, our clothes. If you have like your hair in a ponytail, girl, it's very weird. And I've already tried all of those like little, you know, like get her this toy, she'll really like it. She really likes all of her toys. She just really likes us too. So if you guys have any recommendations to stop puppy chewing, she's 8 weeks old, if you maybe needed to know that. I don't know. Like, she's not destroyed anything yet. And mainly the one thing she chews up that I get worried about her chewing is her, when I put her up for the night, I don't put her in a kennel. I had a kennel for her and I did not like it. I have a baby gate going across my laundry room. And that's where Lulu. And that's where she sleeps. Where was I? Oh, I have a baby gate going across my laundry room, so she stays in the laundry room at night. And like while I'm gone. And we're getting better about the whining, because when we first started and got her, it was whining for hours. We're getting better about that. Now, she just really likes chewing on her puppy pad. I put a puppy pad in there in case, you know, she has an accident and I'm not, you know, there, like, while I'm gone. So, she keeps chewing on her puppy pads. I prefer my puppy to not get sick from gnawing on puppy pads. So, oh, that was way too thick. Yep, that was way too thick. Okay, I really liked this eye look until I got to whatever the fuck it is that I've done to my top lash line. Could not tell you. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. I'm very hyper. And I've also, since watching both Dirty Dancings today. Dirty Dancing? Dirty Dancing? Whatever. After watching Dirty Dancing and Dirty Dancing Havana Nights in one day, I won't stop dancing through my house. You're wondering where I'm getting Hannah. So, right to go. One, and mainly, I need to go run a few errands And two, what had happened was I toned my hair using Wella Color Charm C18. Everybody goes on and on about that all the time, and I have to say, I'm not a big fan of it. I used it once and it toned a little bit, but it didn't get a ton of anything out. So then I went back to Sally's and I was like looking at the Color Charm toners, and I saw T14, and that seemed to be a little bit more up my alley, and that's what I used. And do you know? Well, yeah, you do. If you watched my video when I first had lighter hair, it's totally different now. And I'm very pleased with my results. I do have a little bit of a chemical cut breaking meltiness happening. But you know, it's pretty hidden with this headband on. Also, that's not a bald spot, that's a super blonde spot. Listen, I'm not a professional here. Also, motherfucker. Every time. Every single freaking time. But if you guys just wanted to see her, she's a beautiful little puppy. Honey, I'm almost done. Definitely should have probably gotten this chunk of mascara off of my face. What, baby? So, this is the end of the video, I guess. The final look. I don't know. That seems weird to say. Look at her, guys. This is pretty freaking close to my natural. And also, if you were wanting to see the chemical cuts that we have made here, there's one. And there's the other. But it's okay, because my hair hides it, and it's totally fine. So, me and Lulu are going to get off here. I'm going to run her out before I get dressed. And then I'm going to, yeah, we're going to go out. And then I'm going to run my errands. So, I hope you guys enjoyed catching up and random shit that I talked about in this video. Like, oh, me baby. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Lulu just hit my tripod. If you like the video while you're watching, give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to my channel, doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. And we are going pretty fast here this time, guys, and that's totally great. I love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna get off of here. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.